see. Unidentified ship. Huh. Hello, this is Diff. Sorry, Bricknell, can you try a different channel? Hello, this is Diff. So, Ram, do you need help? How this gonna work? Okay, dock with the ship and enter. Okay. First contact.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
Board.
Didn't even smudge the paint.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Speak with the ship's captain.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
You're human.
Human? I didn't know there were other options. Of course I'm human. I take it you were supposed to someone else?
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
You thought you were the only ones? I am afraid you have been unaware of a great many things.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader.
Okay.
And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Your ship isn't like any I've seen. What can you tell me about its design?
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's
Okay.
sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
Huh. Well, I'm deaf. I'm here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others.
I'd love to know more, but maybe we should get away from this airlock first. Your communications didn't work? Why is that?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
See. How did you all survive for
Well,
200
the
years?
short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which
Sorry, I
say
just
that
checked
most of
I'm
us live
recording.
long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else.
I see.
Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
So you know about the people on the surface?
We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
Incredible. 200 years. How long did it take you to get here?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our
This is
predecessors
interesting
didn't
indeed.
believe the technology would ever work. And so they made the decision to leave when they did.
I'd love to know more. Maybe we should get away from this airlock first.
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge.
Okay.
Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
So I'm a little bit confused. Why did I get like 50 million like updates for something? Into the unknown. Access is key. There's contacts. I'm so confused. Why? Why do I need to talk to Lise?
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist.
Interesting.
Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant.
Yeah.
In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios. Climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more.
I see.
Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time.
I see.
If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just stay out of trouble.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still
So,
functional.
here we are.
Same.
Let's talk.
Okay.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
How long have you been captain?
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly.
How's your crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
Is it difficult being captain for a colony ship?
Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting.
I see.
Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made.
Sounds like you could use some of the situation here.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
What's wrong with your communication system?
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
I'll help. Just tell me what you
We
need to
know
do.
there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Why not just find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
I'll try, but diplomacy may require compromise.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such. But initially, I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there.
I don't think that's gonna work. Humanity's huge. Why not just sit on the other side of it, away from the others?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Yeah, man, there's no way they'll go for
I'm
that.
serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very...
Right. I
Never seen
don't
a ship
think
like yours before.
this is
Then
going
again, I haven't seen any
to
ships before you were around.
happen. They're not just
Now
going
that
to
we know what's
vacate
out
the
there,
planet.
things are gonna be more-
Hello everybody, just a quick announcement here. If you're interested in the paranormal, aliens and other such topics, come on over to the Phenomena Normal podcast and subscribe. We go live every other Tuesday and Wednesday on Twitch at 5 PM US time, and every video is uploaded to YouTube shortly after. A link will be in the description. That's just not gonna happen. They're just gonna say, oh yeah, sure, just have our planet that we built up, spent all this time
We
and
were
worked
never
hard
trained to address
building up and
threats
sorting
coming
out,
from
you know?
outsiders.
Like, it's just not gonna happen. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Where am I going this way? Wrong way. Downstairs. Wrong way again. Oh, it's just...
There's so much more to learn about now.
Yeah, no, right, yeah. New planet and all. Exciting. Okay, I have no idea how the frick I get down there. This is a problem. I don't know the way that I came. Oh, this is frustrating. Downstairs elevator. Yep, because this is a problem. I just want to get off the ship.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down trouble.
I've lived my entire life in a constant.
Hey there.
Goodbye. Oh my gosh. Where am I going?
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
Yeah, do ya?
These are
Do you wonder what it's
exciting
like
times,
out
aren't
there?
Such a long time to survive on only the foods that can be grown here.
Maintenance? I don't bloody know where I'm going.
An option.
I'm lost. Bloody lost. That doesn't benefit me.
We got strict rules around here. They're strict for...
Shut up. No one gives a flipping damn about what you have to say. Okay? We just don't care. At all. In the slightest. On the frick do I do?
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't care.
Just because our equipment's old...
Okay, there we go. Finally. Cockpit. So someone is telling me to go and speak to Sarah and everybody. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to undock and I'm going to go speak to them because I feel like they may have something to say on this matter because that popped up with this section here. So, first of all...
Engaging drive.
You mean engaging drive? Why are you engaging drive? Don't engage drive. I didn't say engage drive. I want to go home. That's where I want to go. Alpha Centauri. Okay. Frame rate. Why is it doing this now? We want to go to the lodge, because that's where most of the Constellation people are. Because we need to speak to them for whatever reason for this. This is a very interesting quest, though. They claim they have a claim to it, but they can't have a claim to it because it's been 200 years. They can't just expect another civilization to just take off. We just go, oh yeah, sure, just have our planet and all our buildings for free.
Or what has happened while we have been away?
No, the scope of what they're asking for is ridiculous because at the end of the day, it's not going to work out for them because they're talking, oh, we need full dominion over the planet. The problem is, it's going to take them millions of years to fully colonize that planet. You know?
Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was a despicable person.
Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace.
Agreed. Couldn't agree more.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice.
It's a shame that the well-being level of soldiers that help take employees are now in jeopardy.
While that's true, it certainly doesn't excuse the blood that he has on his hands.
Indeed. I don't think it's that money isn't everything.
No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives.
Agreed.
Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
Is that really what she wanted to speak to me about? Oh. Talk to Barrett, he's on my ship. Hamza, I guess. Who the hell is Hamza? Wait, hang on, is it one of the people?
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then.
Who is Hamza? Wait a minute. Who's Burley Alice? Who are these people? Like, what? Okay. I'm really lost.
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
I don't need any more of these bloody... No, I don't need any more of these, right? I think this is all just stuff that's not important. We'll talk with Sam and Barrett, and that's about it, you know? Like, he's back at the lodge, isn't he? Yeah, so I'm just getting confused. I've seen these extra names pop up, and I'm thinking it has something to do with bloody something else, but no. Has no correlation to this quest. I just find it weird that all these things popped up for Barrett and Sam and everybody. It's just it's really thrown me off, because I feel like it had something to do with this, but I guess not.
So
It's just
many
to do with the
people,
conversation with Ron
all
Hope.
in one place. I still cannot feel entire.
I get it, Andresia. I get it. Okay, you don't need to repeat.
Not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
I would be more useful to you aboard your ship than idling here awaiting tasks.
Yeah, I can't have you on my ship because game has skill requirements to prevent me from doing so. It's a very restrictive system.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Yeah, you're not coming with me, Sam, I'm afraid, but, you know.
Freestar Rangers. You did that dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge?
Not really good. I enjoyed the work.
Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place.
Yeah.
Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics.
Our situation with him is complicated.
Sadly, it is. Tough calling what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have sat right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him.
People died. Hopefully the company pulls through this.
Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on constellation business.
Yeah?
There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover.
Is everything? And talk to Barrett, who is, you know, happily aboard my ship, so yeah. I really need to worry about that, but, yeah, this is a bit, a waste of time, really, isn't it? Let's be honest, kind of a bit of a waste of time. Okay, let's talk with Barrett. I wonder what Barrett's got to say. Well, okay, let's get out. And find Barrett. It happens to be on board.
Very good to see you.
Hello there.
Do you need something? Well, if it isn't our own ranger. I hope you're not taking the job permanently.
You gonna give me a counter offer? It's not a... You gonna give me a counter offer?
There's a lot less paperwork in Constellation. And the benefits are pretty good, too.
Yeah. It was known as what a badge.
A badge is just a symbol. A promise. A hope. You don't have to wear the object to be true to those goals.
True.
Anyway, I'm just glad Ron Hope is gone.
Yeah. He was a monster. Those farmers deserve justice.
Those farmers are gone. But you prevented the next group of people from suffering.
Indeed.
It was a hard choice that you made, but I'm proud of you, Captain.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You know what I might do from next character? You know, like I'm kind of being like, not necessarily a full-on goody two-shoes, but in a way I'm kind of being a goody two-shoes. Maybe my next character in New Game Plus, I'll be like an evil character. You know, doesn't give a damn. He'll accept any job regardless and do whatever, you know? Like, you know, he'll murder for the sake of it. But yeah. I guess we will head to Parima again. And I'm actually going to call the episode here. If you have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.